Give a few more minutes. We'll let you people get on here right fast. Hopefully, we got our technical issues worked out. Hopefully. Like I said, still giving a few people a few more minutes. There goes connection. That's not bad. Uh, like I said, we're still trying to work the bugs out on this. Hopefully, we can get this done without so many technical glitches going on. Hopefully, but like I said, just give them a few more minutes, get people on here. We may have to just try to work through the glitches. Like I said, I kind of adopted. Like I said, still working through technical difficulties here, but we'll try to get this out here. But like I said, if you caught Scotch between the cussing and all that, yeah, I know that was connection still breaking up. All right. Like I said, I'm still trying to work through that with the connection breaking up like it is. But like I said, we're gonna try to get through this. But there was a lot in the Dream Giver. Uh, there's a lot in that, and I'm just about like halfway through it right now. I'll pick it up a little bit later, but it's finding your purpose and doing the things that you need to do to get to that purpose. Um, a lot of times we got to keep striving, finish that goal, accomplish what we set out to do. And a lot of times in my life, I feel that I've had that in my life. That never quit attitude. If I start out to do something, if I really set my mind to it, then I'm going to do it. There's nothing that's going to stop me. There's nothing that's going to hold me back. I mean, you got to have that drive and you got to have that will. You got to start living in that higher frequency like that. And, believing in things and them coming to pass. Like I said, many worried back in 2017 about having cancer and stuff like that. A lot of people might not, but I'm here because of having the attitude and mindset of not giving up and keep driving and pushing towards it. The simple fact is, I knew the outcome of it because I had already a statement. Sorry about that, but getting back on that point, when you make that powerful little state, back that up, you know. And I mean, we can even reference it in the Bible if we want to go to that way. It says that God has not given us a spirit, but He's want give us one of might and courage. I can't remember exactly how that's worded there, but towards that mark to work for that greater outcome. We already, like I said, we already know the end result. We just got to get there, and like you said, a lot of times these people popping out dates and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't put too much into them dates. I mean, you see every day that something is happening. You just have to look. I mean, it's like I was talking about that ship, and And I'll clarify on here. That's the only kind of intel that I have. I mean, and just like you said before, certain things have to be done certain ways because if it's not done like that, then you think about the uprising that's going to take place. Anyway, sorry about that. To the point, my dog is out here howling at something, but like I said, apologize again. My dog is out here howling. I say 24 to 48 hours on some certain things, but I mean, it's you can look at the certain things about that ship. Well, now they say it's in the stuff on this, but I mean, it's things, and they started talking about the taxes on there. You know, just don't have to deal with this until I can figure out what's really going on with the system here. I mean, it may be YouTube trying to shut me down. Hell, I don't know. No, they wouldn't do that. I ain't got that much of a following now. But at any rate, getting back to the taxes there, we don't have to pay them taxes. We never had to. I mean, that's just another lie that they put on us there, saying that we'd have to pay them taxes. Uh, some of the one of the shows that I was watching there, and it was taught, basically what it boils down to. All that you have to do is you have to write the IRS a letter stating that you claim yourself to be sovereign and you claim to be free. So when you send them the IRS like that, but sorry about that again. Connection keeps breaking up for some reason. Like I said, I'm trying to get all this fixed out and worked out, but I will get it fixed out and worked out eventually. Y'all just hang with me and we'll get it done with. But sorry about that. Broke up again. I'll be back. I'm working on getting back. But the point about it is, if you stay persistent long enough, they're eventually going to back down. I mean, it's just the point of the willingness, how long you're willing to drag things out. And they're gunning for Kim. But like I said, they're gunning. How many days is it going to be? I couldn't tell you, but shit. Portraying to be the president right now, Joe Biden, or stupid internet connection driving me crazy. I don't know what it is, but anyway. But that one that they got playing Biden up there, whoever they got behind the mask or robot or CGI or whatever the hell it is, I mean that's going to come to light. And you got Camellia up there. Every time they ask her trying to be a serious question about something, that she just goes into this laughing fit like that. Then all of a sudden, she's gone, and they talking about she was took out, and somebody was talking about she had the Kookaroo disease. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of they saying that earlier. There's a lot of disinformation out there going around. That's why the taxes and stuff like that. How we have been robbed all these years. Be able to keep every dime of our earned money that we make. I mean, that's just plain and simple. I mean, you think about the taxes that they tax you with, and sorry about that. No, about Like I said, I'm gonna have to give props to my sis tonight. We was talking earlier about you know how she was talking about how the tax commissioners had come up and started talking about that she was going to have to pay taxes on stuff that she had there in the shop and stuff, and that's just bullshit. I mean, how can you just come into somebody's these private businesses like that and say what they're going to put a tax on? Any rate, like I said, they don't have the right to do that. I mean, they can buy that constitution. What we're looking at is just the other way. And, we can, stay on that point about election going the other way. Well, you see the things that's happening about stuff. I mean, and that's where it boils down to again. I mean, we don't want to not fail to mention that point. And them women and human beings than they do drugs alone. Stupid damn connection. Sorry about that back again. But at any rate, like I said, they make more money at that than they do there alone, smuggling them kids and young women. And that's another thing that needs to be pointed out. I mean, hardly ever do you see that there's that many male adults in the crowd that they have. It's mostly women and children. I mean, that ought to get you to thinking about something there. Getting back to a different town, but it was in the same county. I'll just leave it at that. But it's a whole lot better where she's at now than what it was, especially with the taxes and the hikes and all that. I mean, the thing that you got to keep in mind here that especially small towns how they operate. It's if you'll think about it, it's certain. And I may get some hate. Shit. you know. But that's what it boils down to, and it all boils down to mafia-like tactics. Is what it boils down to because money in town, or it would be to come in and arrest these people, arrest somebody in these high political offices like that because of the turmoil and the uprising that it would cause. Because you have in your mind, especially in small towns, and talking about growing up next to different people and stuff like that. But most of the ones that's at the top seats in your small town is corruption. Just like everywhere else. But like I said, it's few and far between on that. But stupid down connection. When they run it like that, and they've been running it like that for years, that's how they oppress people. It's not what it boils down to. It's not oppression asking somebody to ID to place a vote. That's not oppressive whatsoever. And it damn so ain't. I can get along with anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Sorry, sorry about that connection loss again. But like I was saying, I can get along with anybody. But you need to come at me in a correct. This is probably the way that I always been. Because I don't put up with stupid shit. Come at me correctly. And especially some of this stuff that they've been trying to push here lately about this virus. It's all we've heard for over a year now. Sick of it. Time to move on. I mean, there's already coming out saying, the vaccines ain't working. People still getting sick. Well, you know, point about that is to don't force something down my throat and expect that I'm going to do it and do it willfully, because that don't happen. I mean, you can ask different people in my family about stuff like that. I mean, if you come at me in a certain way, you might be able to sway me in a different way. But if I have got my mindset that I'm not going to do it or I am going to do it, then, you know, getting back to that certain stuff about all they were saying a while ago about certain things have already took place. Yeah, certain things have already took place, but, they talk about timing. Timing is everything. It's like I said, certain things had to play out, and things are still playing out. I mean, it's just this great flood of information, and we're kind of seeing that. All right, I'm back, and we're kind of seeing that again. About that flood of information. You know, and I wanted to bring up the point with the vaccines. There, you can look at it the way you want to look at it. This is just my opinion looking at it this way, We can refer back to the Bible again where it says in Revelation about, not taking the mark of the beast. Oh, well that's gonna get a lot of you right there when I start talking about that right there, because in here the stuff, I guess, try to figure out how to do that. But the information that I've seen about that vaccine, it's called a Luciferian vaccine, and the number of it is 666. And if they've got that, and that's what they're calling. Like I said, if they got that and they're calling it a Luciferian vaccine. Sorry about that again. But the numbers equal up every time I go to say the numbers. Seems like I go saying equals up to 666. So like I said, what have we been taught our whole life? What 666 equal up? From the information that I'm looking at and what I'm seeing, that they have these little nanochips, nanobots, whatever you want to call them. That's your DNA over a course of period of time. And we could dig a little bit deeper down that rabbit hole. I mean, and get on Epstein about that. That was essentially what he was trying to do, was create his own race, and it was the Luciferian. Like I said, many of things that we've been taught, or it has been impounded in our head about that Bible. Scary to some, yeah, it'd be scary. But getting back to the point of the mark of the beast and the 666, back to the mark of the beast there in the chip. It even says in Revelations, like I said, I can't quote it word. Like I said, I've been trying to catch that a little bit tonight and more. But I'm trying to do better. Like I said, I'm going to get this system worked out one way or another. But, in the right what word, but it said, you know, stupid connection. Sorry about that again, like I said, but like I said, you got people running around out here. Oh yeah, I took that vaccine. Yeah, then they take the first one and go in it for second. Um, I got several different people that I've talked to that has that, and I ain't going to mention no names. Ain't going to bring up no names. And they did having COVID, and yeah, they had COVID before they took the shot. They had COVID before they took the shot. But anyway, so they started feeling worse and different things that come up. I'm not going to go into detail on that. Like I said, I'm going. Oh, YouTube's trying to be shitty. Sorry about that. YouTube's trying to be shitty. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway. But the vaccine is not no good. Don't fall for that. I mean, like I said, I know people that have. By the time that I lived and thinking about when I was younger, and I guess they did in a way. I guess that was all pre-planning for all this that's happening now. But anyway, years and decades, probably longer than that. Like I said, this has been in the works for years, decades, probably longer than that. Like I said, my connection still keeps breaking up on me, but this is the last video I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna take a little time this weekend, kind of chill out and relax a little bit. If things go on, something that I feel that I need to do every day. But if I feel like I'm sorry, next one, yeah. Sorry about that. But like I said, it's something that I don't feel like I want to do every day. Just like whenever I feel that I want to get on here and vent, rave, whatever, then I'll do it. And if I see some things that's taking place and stuff, I get on here saying every so it goes back to having love and having compassion and loving one another too. I mean, we can't keep going like this. Sorry, again, waiting for connection. Sorry about that. Like they was saying in that Scott's discussion in the mindset that this is going to take place. We've got to believe. We've got to have that hope and that faith. We got to have that vibration around us that says, that this is going to take place. It's going to happen. Feeling things within ourselves, or the big conscience, gut, whatever you want to call it. I mean, you can kind of discern about what is real and what is fake. Uh, everybody across that plane to be able to discern certain things. I mean, like I said, our connection broke up again. Sorry about that, but like connection broke. But like I said, we need to get on that level. Here goes my dogs again. I'm fixing to wrap this up tonight. But at any rate, like I said, we got to get on that level. Things that we have been told and we have been taught all our life is it's not really what reality really is. And we're going to see things play out, and I guess in a way, I guess it could be saying how to put this. Really believing in something with all your might and knowing that it's going to take place. That's a concept, I guess, that's so hard to beat. And sorry, like I said, it seems like they're trying to censor me too. Like I said, I go again. Sorry about that. Went off again. Like I said, right. Getting back to what I said, we need to start. Damn it. Sorry about that again. But like I said, we need to get to that point where we have that understanding. Create things that seems out of nothing. Froze up again. Sorry about that, but that was my last point that I wanted to get, that we have the power to do this. Godspeed everybody until we meet again.